Say cheese. Nice. Oh my gosh, I beat the skunk. Water is so low. I've never seen it this low before. I caught a beer. That's my new PB beer here. Too bad it wasn't a 6-pack, you know, but hey, there's always next time. Another 3/4 of a mile. And there goes my lure. What's up everybody, Thumpr Fishing. Today is July 21st, 2024. It's a Sunday, so about 5:50 in the morning. If you watch my channel, you know I usually avoid the weekend just because of the crowds and the chaos on the weekends, just everybody's out and about. But, you know, with my wife working nights and then 2 teenagers at home, on a Sunday, my family ain't even gonna be up and going until, you know, noon, 1 o'clock. So I've got some time, and you know, most people don't get out on the weekends till later in the day, so I figure we'll get out. I did try and get back out on Friday. I went back out to the ponds. If you watch my videos this week, you know I've been fishing these ponds, and I've been throwing everything known to man at these fish. Well, I went back there Friday with some live bait, some little pinfish and some little mullet. I'll let you know. I'll probably add some of these clips, some clips of that day after I'm done jibber jabbering here, and I'll kind of give a review on how that day went at the end of this video to kind of keep this intro a little short and sweet. But today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go meet up with a friend, and we're going to go into Canaveral National Seashores. I think we're going to hop into his truck. He's just got some new shocks, you know, and we're going to be taking some of those dirt roads back there. So, and we're just going to be doing a little shore fishing to see if we can't find some fish. So I brought 2 rods and my backpack. And yeah, I mean, it's already 80 degrees. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. So it's going to be a hot one today, as usual. But we're going to see what we can get onto today. I'm hoping we can get maybe a trout, snook, maybe even a redfish. But I think what we're gonna do is first we're gonna try, I think it's an area called Patillo Creek. We're gonna walk around over there, and if the bite's just not there, you know, we told each other that the bite's not there, just don't keep pushing it out. Let's just get in the truck and then just go to a new spot, you know, either Lab Road, there's spots along Haulover, or we can come back and you know, fish those little trails and those ponds around the pump house. There's plenty of options in Canaveral National Seashores that we can move around and hopefully find those fish. So that's what we're going to try and do this morning. Again, I'll give you more of a review of how Friday went at the end of this video, but I will probably, if I have a couple clips of it, I'll put it in after my jibber jabber. If not, then I'll just hop right into today. So anyway, without further ado, let's go get after it, everybody. Well, the gate and signs are for vehicles. There's nothing that says no trespassing, you can't go in before that time. It's just they got closed off the vehicles. There's a little path right there to go in. So I ended up just walking in. Like I said, I'm out of breath because I had to walk pretty dang far. I gotta go back for my bait bucket. But no, I mean, it's kind of strange because I was here at this time 2 other times this week, and now all of a sudden the gate's closed. I get it says it doesn't open till 8:30, which is kind of bogus because, you know, that's when it starts warming up. So just kind of strange. So here's my bait bucket. I couldn't carry it all the way. Oh, mosquitoes. Holy cow. There's so many. But this threw a wrench. This ate up like a good 30-40 minutes of my time because I gotta walk about a mile, a little over, just to get to the spot that I wanted. And I got no car to at least cut that distance in half. So hopefully all this work pays off. Hopefully. Oh boy. Like I said, I'm hot. I'm sweating already. But like I said, I think it's gonna pay off. I mean, at least I hope it does. You know, lugging this big old 5-gallon bucket full of water, these bait fish through swarms of mosquitoes, armies of gators. And I'm gonna have to account for the walk back too, so I can make it back to my appointment. So I got a little pinfish out there. We'll see what we can get into there while we're waiting. Oh my gosh, the mosquitoes are relentless this morning. Maybe we'll just throw this little guy out there too while we're waiting. Freaking A, these bugs. So bad right now. All right, I think we're gonna have to move. Another 3/4 of a mile, and there goes my lure. Gosh dang it. Back there.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Let's try the shrimp real quick before we move.
That's a sheep's head size right there.
Might have to switch over and use that as bait. Well, I know where I'm going to come to get some fiddler crabs. Yeah.
Fucking tarpon, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd-
Third cast.
Where'd you get that on? Say cheese. Nice. Show me up. Where'd you get it on?
That little white. That little white kite catcher.
Oh my gosh, I beat the skunk. What the? I snagged a catfish. Jeez, did you see all those little fish he just dropped? No wonder he ate that. He's eating all kind of these glass minnows. There you go, buddy. Go the other way. He just burped up a bunch of minnows. So that's what he'd be eating. Oh, I see some stuff going on all the way down here. Let's try it. It's hot, y'all. Looks like today might just be more of an exploratory day. My buddy Nelson, though, he got a nice tarpon. I think that's his PB tarpon, so good for him. That's awesome. I wasn't able to get on anything today, but we spent most of the day pretty much just looking for spots, and he was showing me a bunch of spots that I haven't checked out. So we're gonna have some really sweet spots to go to and to take the kayak out. So overall, today is a success because thanks to my buddy Nelson, you know, now I have a good half a dozen more spots in the area that I usually always go to. So definitely can't wait to come back out here and do that. A few guys were telling us that just the other day, this spot was loaded with some giant... I'm doing a video here. Jeez, rude. They said that this area was loaded with giant black drum just yesterday, and guys were catching their limits. So not right now. Some giant mullet in here, some giant mullet, but besides that, it's just hot. I mean, you could catch stuff when it's this hot, but you got to put in the time. Whew, and there's a lot of people out, you know. You got people everywhere. You know, it is a Sunday, but yeah, some pretty good spots out here for sure. This looks fishy. You know, I did spook a couple reds, but they were up on the shoreline, so once you spook them, it's pretty hard to hook them. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit more, and then we'll probably head out of here. So sorry there was no fishing action on this one, but like I said, now that I've got all these new spots under my belt, expect some good videos to come for sure. And this coming week I have a few things planned, so stay tuned for that. All right, so my buddy Nelson here, he caught a nice tarpon. I'll post that picture. The only thing I caught today was this Modelo. So, you know what? I'll take it. I caught a beer. That's my new PB beer here. Too bad it wasn't a 6-pack, you know? But hey, there's always next time. The water is so low. I've never seen it this low before. All right, I've had some luck right here before. Oh boy, good thing we got back just in time. I parked my car at the Titusville boat ramp over here, Parish Park, early this morning. You know, it's a giant parking lot, lots of boat parking and all that, but I parked in the very back, and like I said, when I showed up there was no one here, but yeah, FWC and the sheriff went right by me when I was loading up my car and said, hey, good thing you're leaving, we're going to be giving tickets, don't park in the parking spots for boats and trailers. But yet there's still half the parking lots full, but I mean, it's packed. But just keep that in mind. They want you to park all the way in the single spots and walk. Even though I parked my, you know, obviously if it's a busy day, I don't park in the, you know, the spots that are made for people with, you know, their trailers and stuff. But I was all the way in the back near the Fish and Wildlife's office, you know, so I thought I was good. But so good thing we got back in time. So keep that in mind, you know, especially on the weekends. I guess I'm usually fishing weekdays, so it doesn't really matter. But when it's packed like that, they are apparently going to be, they were just getting ready to write up a couple tickets. Even though there's still plenty of parking, I think they're cracking down on it. So note to myself and a note to you guys as well. But anyway, not much for fishing wise. You know, I went Friday, didn't have much luck. And today as well, not much luck. But that just means I got a good day coming. But I did catch a catfish towards the end there, which was pretty funny because he coughed up a bunch of little minnows. They are eating those little minnows. So we went all over the place. Today was more so my buddy kind of showing me some go-to spots and things like that. So I mean, we went all over the place. So I've got some sweet spots in store for you guys later on, and for some spots for me to try later. In the very beginning when we did Patillo Creek, my buddy Nelson did hook up with the tarpon. There's that picture of him with that tarpon right there. So congrats to him, that's sweet. Rub salt in the wound. I can't catch a dang tarpon if my life depended on me, even a small one. And yeah, I was throwing the same thing he had on there too. So, you know, that's fishing. But overall, good company. Hot. I think it's 92 already. So, but yeah, we also went down Pump House Road. What was that? Great Gator Road, all the way up to Catfish Creek. We checked over Hallover Bridge. You know, a lot of these spots, it's Sunday, so there's a lot of people out and about, and there's a lot of pressure, and then it's hot as well. So, you know, I wasn't expecting to hook into too much craziness, but you know, a day fishing still beats a day at home. So, a win in my book. So, now we're gonna do the next irresponsible thing, and we're gonna go head over to the tackle shop and get some more tackle, because that's what we do when you don't catch a bunch of fish. You go spend more money so you can try and catch them next time. So I'm gonna head over to the tackle shop, see if I can't buy some stuff that we were using today, something real small. Maybe check the crappie jigs and all that kind of stuff, because like I said, right now they're really feeding on those glass minnows. That seems to be the hot ticket. My buddy Nelson, he caught that tarpon on a, I think it's called Caltech, little small white jig, 2 inches max. So, yeah. Before I forget, I told you that I was going to tell you about the other day I went. So I did try and go Friday, early Friday morning. And I know if you guys watched my videos that you saw that I was trying those ponds. The ponds that I've deemed the teaser. Because I call that spot the teaser now. Because there's just tons of fish everywhere and they're just not biting. So what I did so Thursday I got up early. I went and grabbed some bait, and I got half a dozen little pinfish about 3 inches, and then I got half a dozen finger mullet also about 3 inches. And then on my way home, I made sure I brought an extra 5-gallon bucket, and I picked up some brackish water from the river. And that way, because look, you can keep your bait alive overnight. You got your aerator, all that stuff, but you got to change out the water because they're peeing and all that kind of stuff in the water, and you're gonna lose your bait. So what I did is I went home, set up the bait, make sure I put them inside so they're not sitting and cooking, warming up. And then me and my fam, we went over to Volcano Bay, spent the day. I got back, and then before I went to bed, I changed 80% of that water out with the water that I picked up from the river. And then that morning, Friday morning, all the bait was still perfect, still lively, still alive. I went over to those ponds, and the gate was closed. And I'm sitting there going, okay, I was here 2 days this week at the same exact time, and the gate was open, but now the gate's closed. So one side of the street said no parking, the other side said fine. So what I did is I ended up parking, and I walked about 1.5 miles, 2 miles with the 5-gallon bucket and all my gear. And I walked all the way, because look, I figured the spot that I usually fish is right where everybody parks. That's probably heavily fished. So this time around, I wanted to take the live bait on the opposite side. Of course, the day that I couldn't drive in, so I had to walk an additional mile with mosquito swarms left and right. I got there and I started fishing, and it was just nothing. I wasn't getting anything. I wasn't even seeing any tarpon blow up like I did the previous days. So I ended up saying, okay, I'm gonna go walk back to where I know where I've had a couple hits before. And thankfully I did, because I had dropped my phone. It bounced out of my tripod, and so I found that. Ended up fishing that spot. I ended up nothing. I mean, I caught a couple gar and a couple catfish, but nothing. I mean, I ended up at one point putting on a float and just casting it out there where I could see the tarpon roll in, and just let that little pinfish swim around. Nothing. Like I said, all they want in there is those minnows. That pond, they are so heavily fished that they see everything and anything and everything thrown at them, basically. And the downfall to that is that, well, they're heavily fished and they're well fed. There's plenty of bait in there, and so they've gotten in this trend of just only eating those little minnows. And the only times I've had actual hits on those tarpon were with little things that were as close to those little minnows as possible. So I was gonna post up that video, but like I said, I ended up getting busy and all that kind of stuff, so I didn't. So I think I'm gonna try and put a couple clips you probably saw in the beginning of this one of that day. So, or maybe I'll toss it here in the end, I don't know. But anyway, that's what happened Friday. So we've had some pretty slow days for sure. So hopefully we'll get back on it here next week. I appreciate y'all for watching. Definitely stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get notified, because next week I do plan on getting the kayak out once, maybe twice. And of course, maybe we'll go check out some of those spots during the week when it's a little bit less crowded. And yeah, maybe I'll get something new to throw at them at the tackle shop. So Anyway, everybody, I appreciate you for watching. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, or when you're watching this, weekend's probably over, so hopefully you had a good weekend and you're ready for the week. I will catch you in the next one, everybody. Tight lines. Peace.